Yes, you little gimps. I hope you're all enjoying work while it's raining. We're on Levante Beach, baby, the city that never sleeps. And it's true. It is the city that never sleeps. No matter what time of day it is, the pubs are rammed. Benidorm's not really known for its food, but I want to show you, they do actually have a couple of good places. First up, we have Pinocchio's Pizza on the beachfront. They do a range of Italian and pizza dishes, and they even have gluten-free options. Probably the best pint I had in Benidorm as well. It was absolutely superb. Pizza came out and it was absolutely sensational. Decent size for the price. Pepperoni wasn't as equally spaced out as I would have liked, but it was very nice. Full of cheese. Look at the cheese pulp on that. If you come to Benidorm and you're struggling to find a decent scran like so many people, I highly recommend going to Pinocchio's on the beach. Solid 9 out of 10. Staff were lovely too. Next up, when you're pissed up on the strip and it comes to the end of the night and you're craving a big scran, a British scran, because that's what us Brits do, go abroad and crave British food, get yourself down to Dave's Chippy. Meat and potato pie, chips and gravy, absolutely stunning. I've never tried it sober, but when I was drunk it was a solid 10 out of 10. Even tried to do a little review, but I could barely stand up, so that was a massive fail. Next up, we have the brunch box. Now this is great if you fancy something different on the strip or wherever than a greasy full English. They have a range of American breakfasts and even some healthy options too. It was our first full day though, so we had to start off with a cheeky mimosa. Chin chin. One of the lads couldn't stomach anything properly, so he got a banana milkshake, and I must say it did look delicious. One of the other lads, he doesn't believe in anything other than a full English for breakfast, so he stuck to that, and to be fair, again it looked pretty decent. I decided to try and be healthy, and I got the granola and yogurt bowl, and you know what? You wouldn't usually get this in Benidorm, but it was probably the best breakfast I had the 5 days we were there. Staff were really friendly in here too. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the Four Kings, which is next to the Black Chicken Karaoke Bar, and I must admit here, the food does look a bag of shit. But for the price we paid for each meal, you couldn't really fault it. I think it was just over a tenner for a meal and a pint, and they do a bit of something for everyone. The menu's massive. I'll give the Four Kings probably a 7 out of 10. Next up, I can't even remember the name of this place, but it was on the beachfront. I do find the food places are a lot better on the beachfront than the strip, believe it or not. They're a bit more pricier, but well worth it. Decent breakfast to be fair. I just wish they'd give me a few more beans with my bean juice. I'll give them a solid 7 out of 10. They did a belting pint in here as well. Service was a bit slow, but who cares when you sat on the beach? So we fancied a burger. So we went to this teapot burger, which had sort of mixed reviews. Service was ridiculously slow and the lads were getting hungry, so they ended up eating some of the ketchup while we were waiting. A couple of lads got starters and you had like these cheese bite things, whatever they're called. Apparently it was really nice, but we failed massively with the cheese pull. Just didn't work. They had some very strange burgers on the menu, like this Biscoff burger, but apparently it was very good. Perfect mix of sweet and savoury. However, I messed up massively and I got this. It looked great, but it was disgusting. It was a blue cheese burger. Now I know blue cheese isn't for everyone, but I quite like it, but this blue cheese was disgusting. I had like 2 bites and I couldn't eat anymore. It should be a criminal offence to serve a burger this disgusting. This burger joint gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Wouldn't recommend. Another breakfast on the beach, and again it was really good. Can't fault it for Benidorm food. Like I said, stick to the beachfront and you won't go far wrong in Benidorm. At this point I was starting to struggle and all I could stomach was a cheese and ham toasty, but it was good. Next up, we was at Planet Benidorm, and this was one of the best scrans I had in the 5 days I were here. It was the Mexican chili loaded nachos, and I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. This year it was probably our favourite bar in Benidorm, especially through the day, and we spent the last 3 days there. I think these were from Planet Benidorm, but I'm not entirely sure, as the last few days were a bit of a blur, but they were the cheesy loaded nachos, and again they were pretty good. 7 out of 10. Last but not least, the real Mr. Chips finally tried his namesake, the Mr. Chips on the strip, and this was his verdict. Mr. Chips, he's finally trying Mr. Chips. How was it, lad?
Gravy's outstanding.
Oh.
Chips, 6.